Well, I'm at the range with the 357 Max Contender again, and I had decided that I wanted to try a little bit lighter ammo for the 50 meter and the 100 meter targets. I couldn't really see much sense in continuing to shoot the 180 grain, full powered ram and turkey loads. So I decided this morning to finish up a project I started, and I'm playing with the Speer 158 grain TMJ and Reloader 7 and 2400, and I made up 50 of them, and I brought 49 to the range. I left one at home on the scale, an accident, but 49. I just fired the first one, so you can see 48 left in the box. One expired, and there's my velocity, 1715, which I think that's pretty close to what the book was saying. But I'm here at 50 meters beside my little camper trailer to be in the shade. It's warm out today in the 80s. Let's go down there and see what that first shot looked like. It looked pretty good through the scope. And this particular 357 Max barrel has always amazed me how well it shoots. It was originally a 357 Thompson center barrel, and it went to Bellum and got rechambered for 357 Max, and he throats them a little bit differently and sets it up a little bit more like a rifle cartridge should be set up, rather than forcing cone type thing of the Sammy spec 357 Max. And I believe that barrel's like 12 inches if I remember right. I'm not sure I ever put a tape measure on it. But what I did here is I used my same dial, -6.5 MOA from my 150 meter zero. This is the same zero I use with the 180, and that's what the first shot gave me. So if I don't blow it on the next ones, this might be a decent thing to run at least at 50 meters, and then we'll try it out to 100 meters and see how that does as well. So I'll go back and put a few more on target, and then we'll see what happens next. Well, all right, we got the target camera set up. We'll see how this goes. There's the first shot. I'll put 4 more on to make a group of 5, and we'll see how it works. Wow, I don't know what I did on that one. I had one of those shots. I have to see which one that one is. I had one that I didn't feel good about. It went early. It must have been that one. But let's do 5 more and see how it goes. I think this is going to be okay. I just got to settle myself down and shoot better. And we'll see what another batch of 5 will run for us. And I need to move the little Garmin a little bit too. I didn't pick up the 4 following shots. I only got a reading on the first one, so I must not have had that in a good spot. We'll go down and do 5 more and see how that goes. Got a Huey flying over. Very cool. Yeah, that's up in there. That's not shabby at all. Windage is good. Probably just a different, the elevation changes. Well, I guess I had one up there before. I have to look at the video, but I do have 3 down here, and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Must be the last shot. The very last shot was not very good. I just had mind drift, and that Contender frame has a very nice trigger, and I addressed it and got trigger before I was ready. So it was a poor shot on that one. So I'm not sure where that one went, but looks like the windage is real good. I just got to get settled down, make sure my chin is down all the way, looking through the right part of the glasses, that type of stuff, and see how that comes together. There's a weird mark right there. I think that may have already been there though, and this one was already there. So I'll have to review the video and see where that last shot went, or which ones went where. But I think that this is viable. I'm pretty sure this was me making a mistake there, but I'll put a few more on here and let's see what they do. Yeah, once again, the last shot was certainly not my greatest. It looks like I might have got another one into there, but it was getting a little bit jumpy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that makes sense because I shot 4 there, so that makes sense. So yeah, I think that's acceptable. That's the Reloader 7. Was at 25.5 grains of Reloader 7. That was a starting load in, I believe, the Nosler manual for one of their bullets. This is a Speer bullet, but I wanted to try the Reloader 7 because that looked pretty promising. I've got those 2400s back there to try. Maybe I'll put up a fresh target and try the 2400s. I felt a bit better about those shots. I'm not sure how much better the performance was on target. It looks like I'm still all right kind of in here. It'd be interesting. I'd have to look at the footage and see which ones of these two are already there, I know. But maybe a couple of the ones I just shot were over here. I'm not sure. But I think either one of these are all, these might not be dead chickens, but the rest of them are. Because this is primarily for my 50-meter chicken load. So these are definitely all, these might have carried. It's hard telling, but the chicken's body is, the center of the body is probably just a little bit smaller than this black. So depending on which way the targets were facing, these very well may have been misses, but the rest of them would have carried. So hey, that's not all bad. Let's take a look at the chronograph data and see how the Reloader 7 stuff compares to the 2400. All right, we're back here in the shade now. Take a look at these chrono numbers. Ooh, movement detected. Yeah, for sure there was movement detected. I can probably zoom this camera out a little bit here. Let's see here. Yeah, that's probably back to 1 time. That's probably just fine. But this was the the light's a little goofy there. The 2400. Let's see if I touch this, that should focus there. That's better. For the 2400, the minimum was 1580, so that's a lot lower. 1719 on the max. That's a huge spread. It's terrible. Wait a minute. Go back. Okay. Let's go to the session summary. Yeah, 138 on the spread. That sucks. Standard deviation of 37.4. Let's go back and look at the shot list. Looks like they settled down right in the towards the end. It's not horrible, but there's a bad one there. Yeah. Yeah, they're all over the place. So let's try going back to the other session. And look at the Reloader 7. That would be these. Yeah. Yeah, that was tighter. The very first shot was the fastest, and then the rest of them slowed down a lot. let's go back to the shot list on this. Yeah, see here, towards the end there, they're running pretty tight. Very tight. Number 5 dropped a little bit, but not all that much. Shot 5 and shot 1s were shot 1 was a killer. Look at how much faster it was. So it's interesting. You know, and I'm wondering, you know, I'm seeing a lot of this when I need to shoot this Garmin more on something that's on the bench. I'm wondering if my follow through differing on shots makes a difference on what this picks up. You know, not only could the muzzle position be slightly different, but if, you know, if I'm using up some of the energy letting the gun move more on one shot than the other, it probably doesn't take much to affect it a few feet per second. I don't know if that's valid or not. Another one of the guys that I shoot silhouette with is seeing a fair amount of that too, but he's a much better shooter than me, so I don't think, and I think the thing that he's using, he's shooting out of a rest. But I don't know. It's the age-old thing when the chronograph doesn't say what you want it to, you tend to doubt it. Or at least I do. I guess I shouldn't say others do, but you know, when it says exactly what you want it to say, you have a tight deviation and stuff, you say, hey, this thing's great. It's the best thing since sliced bread. But as soon as it starts showing you bizarre behavior, you try to blame the equipment instead of blaming your ammo. So it's interesting. But shot number 1 definitely ruined that group. But of the two, I liked the feel of the Reloader 7 load better, but the 2400 tended to shoot pretty good too. But I see down there in the ammo box, and I don't know if I can get that in focus or not. Yeah, there it goes. I got 10 more of each left. I figure I might try those at 100 meters and see how they sight, or just try them on some, might try them on some real targets, on some actual chickens, and see how they look. But it'd be interesting to see. I would shoot them right now to liberate the brass, but I think I've had enough. I'm not shooting my best, and maybe do this again. I have a shoot upcoming this weekend. It's a one-day shoot on this upcoming weekend. Today's the 13th of July, so like on this upcoming Saturday, we have a shoot in Ithaca, Michigan at AP Goodrich. So I can run this ammo there, you know, either actually in the match or just to test it and see, or I might come out to the range and shoot a little bit more this week. But I'm ready to wrap this up because it's warm outside. I'm not shooting my best and I'm hungry, so I think I might go get a pizza. And hey, thanks for watching. I wish I could have put those all in the same hole and had single-digit extreme deviation, but or extreme spread, excuse me. But that didn't happen. It doesn't happen on camera very often. Thanks for watching.